G'day everyone, I'm Justin Schultz from Wondai. I've been growing these sorts of vegetable crops for the last 20 years. I've been using lots of NatraMin in my program. About a tonne per hectare every time I plant a crop, and the soil just gets softer and softer. When we first come to my grandparents' farm here, we applied probably a real lighter rate of about 200 kilos of NatraMin over the whole farm. We found out after that it was much easier to work. The black soil didn't spew up like on the tines. We noticed a difference, and we did quite a bit of cropping afterwards. And then when I started in horticulture, the NatraMin guy, he just come in off the side of the road when I started to grow vegetables, and he was interested. And then we just went harder, and I just used to use the original. And then he thought the Calais was probably more recommended for our ground. The high calcium, silica, sulfur for this sort of soil type and what crop we were pulling out of it. Whenever I grow a crop for horticulture, we put a tonne a hectare of Calais. It comes back on our customers saying that you've got extended shelf life quality. People can buy bulk, and it sort of like keeps the vegetable, whatever we grow, seems to have a big extended shelf life, which is very rare to get these days. People normally only buy what they feel they can use in a couple of weeks. With NatraMin, probably with the silica and the calcium, it gives an extended shelf life in the crop, in the quality. It really helps in disease. You also get yield out of it too. We do it prior to planting, probably every time we grow a horticultural crop, probably about a tonne to the hectare. Your harvest weight's about 20 tonne to the hectare of garlic and maybe 50 to 60 per hectare of onions, so you're not really putting too much into what you're taking off your soil. I would be getting a high yield, good nutrition, but one of the biggest things that satisfies me is I'm really looked out for in the marketplace, because at the Brisbane markets, my agent down there markets my onions as Wondai premium onions compared to onions that come in from other areas, because he thinks they are really good quality and looks out for them every year. So that's how I notice it. The quality of mine, my customers always tell me that it's worth looking out for every season. That's one thing you can have control over, is the quality that you can beat them for in the marketplace. If people really do care about what they eat, they really shouldn't be looking for the cheaper stuff on the shelf. They should be looking for, maybe in Queensland, to see that it's Queensland grown or at least Australian grown. As farmers, we are very passionate in trying to grow food that's worth eating for our own health and for our own money too. Australia's got a really clean, green sort of approach. The biggest thing is, when you're looking at to prove that it's an Australian product, is that it has got a little bit of root growth on the bottom of the roots. When it's coming from overseas, they like to cut that, or nearly even scalp that out, to get rid of all the dirt residue, so for quarantine, that you haven't got any dirt or disease coming into the country. The garlic we grow in Queensland's got a purple tinge to it. If it's been cured too long in the sun, that can bleach away the colour a little bit, but should still have a purple tinge to it with a little bit of root growth to prove that it's Australian. And because it hasn't been radiated, fumigated, and even just the age of it, we should be able to produce nice, fresh, juicy flavours from garlic. This normally comes in season fresh in October right through to, it's quite edible till April next year. Keep everything local, keep everything Australian, at least keep everything Australian. Don't trust imported food to go into your mouth. We shouldn't have to. What makes a good garlic bulb is keeping your biggest and your best seed. They've also found out that if a farmer actually grows that well with good nutrition, your yield and the genes and the vigour that's in the seed gets stronger and stronger every year. So every time, because you're not buying the seed in from someone else, you're keeping it yourself, and your own plant genetics through selection and nutrition, and the enzymes that will be in the seed seems to be able to get stronger and stronger, and your yields can get bigger and bigger, because we've started from about 7 tonne a hectare to 15 to 20 now with nutrition. Every seed is like nice and strong, and every seed, when it's harvested, looks like it's been graded because they all seem to grow the same size. It's taken years to develop a good seed line that's disease-free and garlic that the market wants.